If you enjoy this video, make sure to click the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you never miss out on another absolutely fantastic review. Enjoy! Hello everyone, it's DiegoDoom here, bringing you another review. Today I'll be reviewing S.H.MonsterArts King Ghidorah 2019. This version of King Ghidorah comes from the 2019 film Godzilla King of the Monsters. When a terrorist group attacks a monarch facility, they unleash the ancient three-headed dragon, King Ghidorah. The terrorist group believed that releasing King Ghidorah would be the right step to complete their ultimate goal. Monarch soon discovers King Ghidorah is not a part of the natural order of this world and is from space. Long ago, Godzilla defeated King Ghidorah, returning the world to its natural order. Now that King Ghidorah has been revived, Godzilla must rise to defeat the false king and obtain his rightful crown as King of the Monsters. Be sure to check out the 2019 film Godzilla King of the Monsters. It is absolutely fantastic. S.H.MonsterArts King Ghidorah 2019 is another fantastic release in the S.H.MonsterArts line. King Ghidorah has a fantastic sculpt, great paint apps, and a great range of articulation. Before we can enjoy our King Ghidorah figure, first we have some assembly to complete. Right out of the box, King Ghidorah comes in 5 pieces: the main body, the wings, and the tails. First, let's start with the tails. The tails easily attach via ball joints, but before you attach the tails, you need to make sure they are oriented correctly. The thicker side of the tails should be on the outside. Once you have the tails properly oriented, simply plug them in. Before we attach the wings, we need to set up the included stands. We have 3 bases, 1 cradle, 2 short rods, 2 long rods, and 2 support caps. Setting up the stands is very easy. Let's go ahead and place King Ghidorah on the cradle. Now to attach the wings, first extend the shoulder pegs all the way up and then slot the wings onto the pegs and into the body. With the wings attached, we will need to grab the stands and slot the wings into the support slots. Depending on which rods you use and where you place them on the wings, you can have King Ghidorah display his wings out or up high in the air. Now when it comes to the wings, I did have an issue and I think you can already see it here. The left wing on my King Ghidorah figure has a loose connection. I can't tell if it's the shoulder peg or the slot inside of the wing that's the issue. This issue causes the whole figure to become unbalanced even with the cradle and other stand in place. To fix this issue, I saw a simple fix in one of the collector groups that worked out very well. By placing a small piece of masking tape on the shoulder peg, it will add enough friction to keep the wing in place. Now that we have King Ghidorah fully assembled and set up, let's take a closer look. King Ghidorah has a great range of articulation. First, let's start with our 3 heads. We can look up, down, left, right. The mouth can open up. Coming down from each head, we have our 3 long necks comprised of several different strong and sturdy ball joints here. So each neck is very poseable and very, very flexible, which is pretty cool here. I'm very surprised at how tight and also how flexible these are at the same time. And also, one thing that's cool, nothing is popping out. And the thing is, I've actually really put these through a lot of stress tests. So this is definitely very cool here. I really like that. Now for the wings, this is where things get kind of hairy here. So we can move the wings forward, backward, tilt them up, and tilt them down, which is pretty cool. Now the wings are made out of a hard plastic material and they do feel sturdy, but at the same time you can already tell if these wings take a moderate drop, they will break. As you guys saw, I had an issue with my figure's left wing. Now even though I have my figure nice and balanced now, I still would not take any risk and I would always recommend supporting this figure with the stands. The legs have a nice rotation here. We can move up about this much, back about this much, come to the sides this much. We have a nice bend here in the knees. We have a ball joint here in the ankles. The feet can tilt and swivel, and then if we spin around to the back, we have King Ghidorah's long, multi-segmented tails that comprise of several different, very flexible ball joints, which is pretty cool here. Very nice. When it comes to sculpting paint apps, King Ghidorah is fantastic. Starting from the top, we have our 3 heads. At the top of each head, we have our set of long semi-sharp matte gold horns. This matte gold paint app is used throughout the body. Coming down from the horns, we have a series of scaly spines that stop at the brow. The brow is prominent with a scaly detailed sculpt adding to King Ghidorah's menacing look. The eyes themselves have a white paint app. The irises have an orange outline with a gradiated yellow paint app. The pupils have a black paint app. The mouth has a great sculpt. The teeth have a semi-sharp sculpt with a dirty bone paint app. We can see the gums, jaw membranes, inner mouth, and tongue have a bright flesh tone paint app. I really think the flesh tone paint app should have been a bit darker here. Sprouting out from the jaws, we have a set of spines. Moving down, we have King Ghidorah's long necks. On the top of each neck, we have a series of nicely detailed overlapping scales. Going down the center of the neck, we have a series of semi-sharp spines. On the inside of the necks, we have slightly smoother overlapping scales. The chest has a large, bulky, scaly, muscular sculpt. We can see the scale pattern becomes very smooth on the sternum. As we move down, we can see the scales have a weathered brown paint app leading us to the wings. The wings have a fantastic, large, scaly sculpt. The digits of the wings have a scaly sculpt with sharp tips at the end. The wing membranes have a smoother sculpt with subtle creases and folds. The legs have a nice, lean, muscular, scaly sculpt with brown weathering. The feet have a large, wide sculpt with sharp toenails. I really think they could have spiced up the paint apps here on the feet, adding a bit more weathering and giving the toenails a slightly different paint app. If we spin around to the back, we can see King Ghidorah's scales continue. Going down the center of the back, we have some brown weathering. The tails have a nice long scaly multi-segmented sculpt. On the top of the tails, we have a series of semi-sharp spines. At the end of the tail, we have our spiked barbs with a nice semi-sharp sculpt. It would have been nice if they could have added some more weathering to the barbs here, because as of right now, this kind of looks unfinished. Now when it comes to accessories, King Ghidorah does not have any, which is unfortunate. Now, if you're an avid S.H.MonsterArts collector, you can fix this situation. The gravity beams from both releases of King Ghidorah fit very well into King Ghidorah 2019's mouth. Now that King Ghidorah has a proper effect part, he can destroy everything. Now, let's compare our King Ghidorah 2019 to our S.H.MonsterArts King Ghidorah Special Color version figure and then do some size comparisons. As a whole, King Ghidorah 2019 turned out to be fantastic, but at the same time we do have a few sore points here. The sculpt is very well done, the paint apps are great for the most part, and King Ghidorah is posable. The wings are great, but as a whole, I have a fear of King Ghidorah falling over and the wings breaking even with the stands in place. I think maybe they should have engineered the wings so they could fold or something similar so they're not large massive pieces of somewhat fragile plastic. The paint apps on King Ghidorah as a whole are pretty flat, and in some parts it looks like he's unfinished. I really think they should have added a bit more weathering to the figure and also added some kind of slight metallic gloss to the gold paint apps. When it comes to posability, I can completely understand if someone would be a bit disappointed with this figure. King Ghidorah is so large and the wings can be such a concern that you don't really want to move this piece around all that much. For me personally, King Ghidorah is going to become a display piece, not to be moved around much at all from here on out. Now, despite these issues, this still is a great release. You need to be aware of what you're getting into when you pick this big guy up. Now, how much does King Ghidorah cost? I imported my King Ghidorah figure for $175, which is pretty good. This has been another review by DiegoDoom. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. To see more S.H.MonsterArts reviews or another absolutely fantastic review, click the links on screen right now. Be sure to follow me on social media, definitely follow me on Twitch, and also remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.